There is one word that best describes this weekend, and that is exhausting. I'm sure everybody is feeling it. I've been a little bit late to get content out today just because I had an early tea time today. I went and did some golfing. It was a very rough round, but seeing as we came into this weekend on a red note, retail is exhausted. They are uncertain. They are unknowing of what they should be doing right now. And it's very clear what people should be doing. It's a question of, do we see that or do we see something else? And what I want to talk about are just a few fundamental things in terms of Shiba Inu. I want to point out a few important things that we're seeing here on the charts. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So historically, these 3-day holiday weekends have just been blah. It's been just gross. And get to the week where we have higher volume so we can try to make some more significant moves. And unfortunately, the moves that we're seeing this weekend are in fact red. Shiba Inu is down about 2% on its daily candle. Understand that that is a very modest, SHIB is having a very modest weekend in general. It was green yesterday. Today it's down about 2%, where most other assets are down 3, 4, 5%. There are very few that are green. Actually, ADA is having a green day. I'll talk about that in another video. But for the most part, it's just an exhausting weekend. And nobody really knows what to do here. We are seeing, trading volume somewhere around $100 billion in daily trading volume, but it's been pretty quiet for the most part. For Shiba Inu on a fundamental level, we're getting some conflicting data. What we're seeing is actually yesterday, we had a 500 billion SHIB outflow day from whales. Not a surprising thing. I mean, we will have some of these negative days, and that's what we have been seeing here and there. But what tends to follow these negative days in terms of whale supply is usually adding days. They tend to build out their positions. All right. We've seen that before. Take a look here. We had that 778 billion SHIB outflow day back on May 9th. Very next day, 820 billion SHIB added. We had that 424 billion SHIB outflow day back on May 12th. Next few days, 173 billion, 126 billion, 354 billion all added to their position. So there's a little bit of whale games going on right now. And basically what they're doing is they're taking advantage of low trading volume. If we look at SHIB in general, you guys can see $200 million in daily trading volume. Pretty low, all things considered, right? And so we're just kind of, the best way to put it is just kind of treading water right now. What we're seeing SHIB do is just try to hold some of these supports. We unfortunately fell below our longer term trend, which kind of sucks. But right now, SHIB is floating right around its 50-day moving average. If we look at our weekly, we're just below our 200 week moving average. So SHIB, I would love to see close its weekly candle above, what's that, 40143. But we'll just have to we'll have to wait and see what happens. These weekends, they tend to be kind of unpredictable. All right. That's really the best way to describe it. Now, unfortunately, SHIB was doing well for the early part of the day. And then around 10 a.m., we had an Ethereum, we had a BTC sell off, and they dropped. They kind of bounced back a little bit, but SHIB just got kind of stuck down in the shit. Frankly, that's kind of the best way to describe it. Now, what SHIB does have an opportunity to do here as well is print a double bottom. We could see SHIB come down, tap basically what's that, 40138, and then kind of send to the upside. Today's daily candle, we did get as low as 40139. So I will say we are heavily in the oversold range on the stochastic RSI on the daily. We're seeing potentially a bearish cross on the stochastic RSI on the weekly chart. 12-hour, we've actually very much entered this oversold range. So we're kind of, I don't want to necessarily say bottoming in terms of SHIB, but we're bottoming in terms of SHIB, which is a great sign. What I will say here too is we are still seeing exchange supply just continue to be removed. It's been a very consistent theme here. Even after we had our flows that took place up until May 11th, it's been very consistent outflow, outflow, outflow. We're actually on the verge again of setting a new all-time low in terms of exchange supply available. So that being said, it's just a boring weekend. It sucks. There's not going to be much in terms of updates. That's why I haven't done as many Shiba Inu videos this weekend. There's just not a whole lot to talk about. It's blah, it's boring, but eventually we'll get through this. Okay. We'll get to times where we see these big moves in terms of price again. And it's because people are taking advantage. There are people buying the dip. Me personally, I am strongly considering buying some Shiba Inu right now. This seems to be a very good spot that SHIB wants to rally off of. So we'll just have to watch and wait and see what happens. Actually, it's yeah. Sorry. I was looking at something on the charts here. I got confused. I was on the 12-hour chart. I was like, oh, it's a 100-day. No, that's technically the 100 MA on the 12-hour. So anyways, sorry. Appreciate you guys always. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you guys have a great weekend, but I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.